Hello and welcome back to the Brother Slim. It's been a hot minute, I think 2 weeks since a post, but much longer since I've actually been able to do anything on the channel. I am covered in paint, I've got calluses for the first time in many years, and moving is still underway. So I don't have a set schedule on back to playing some gameplay things, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll see. But today is an exciting day. It's the first video of any kind in the new home, which is awesome. And it's an enormity update, which is very exciting too. So I decided to go in blind this one. Usually I do a little pre-read since I know what I'm getting into, but this one is a blind fun one. So, update 19. Exploring the Shepard, linked campaigns, sculpting in progress, and more. Hi Spacers, we're back with another enormity update, straight from the deck of the Shepard. This time, we're navigating through the exploration mechanics, showcasing some incredible new miniatures, and sharing a special treat from a talented member of our community. Man, that sounds fun. Very, very cool. Let's get right into it. So there we have some more fun art of the Shepard. Kind of gives me Citadel Mass Effect vibes, just all broken and gribbly and corrupted, and I'm here for it. I like that a lot. Exploring the Shepard, every step, every door, every decision. Navigating the ship isn't just about moving through rooms. It's about mastering the intricacies of its ever-changing landscape. Each location map page you explore is part of a larger zone, every one of which has its own ecosystem of enemies, unique loot, and hidden dangers. You'll experience these in a free-form fashion during a sandbox campaign, or in a more structured way through the story arcs. These introduce special keys, think codes, keycards, passages, for use specifically in your current set of runs to help you along your narrative path, like a compass that guides you through the twisting corridors of the ship. I think I picked up a key in one of the demos I played. I was kind of confused by it, and then I realized I just missed something very, very simple, but it was cool. So it'd be sweet if those things like are used multiple times. So I like that. Very, very cool. You'll need that as the Shepard is a living labyrinth where every location, so every location map, every course card, and every key contribute to the evolving story. Of course, even during a story campaign, you'll have the chance to go off the beaten path and explore the restricted or secret parts of the ship. The key system uses colors and tiered keys. The keys are a game term. These come in a variety of shapes and forms to manage access to high-level zones. Different keys open different paths, which essentially means that the same map can offer a brand new experience in each campaign. I know for a fact I will not be playing these campaigns multiple times. It's just, there's no time for the tape. But it is cool. The dual-purpose doors add a layer of strategy. While most doors lead to story missions, those opened with a special boss key can become portals to instance bossed arenas, where players will face powerful enemies outside of their standard scenarios. Cool. And before you ask, no, you won't have to grind for these keys. ITU games are never about grind. Instead, their acquisition happens through the story and natural exploration of the ship. There will be enough to meet your needs, but just barely, so you have to make meaningful decisions. I like non-grindy games. Grindy games just feel like a time sink, and while spending time doing things can be fun, grinding games for me do not feel rewarding. I'll say that in our experience for ATO so far, I don't think any of the timeline battles felt grindy. The Nestis Theater, which is a really cool boss battler concept with really challenging versions of bosses, for me feels like a grind. With some beneficial things behind it, which I haven't really felt an inclination to do. But that is an entirely optional thing. So just a case in point of them being like, yeah, we'll put some extra challenging things in, but it's by no means essential to the game. Okay. The course deck system has been expanded and dissected to facilitate this growing emergent part of the otherwise narrative-driven campaigns. The course deck still drives the narrative, presenting the players with a plethora of story-packed cards, filled with extraction runs, boss battles, and side stories. However, now, as players complete these course cards, or course missions, they earn time units, a valuable resource that will grant more opportunities to freely explore the magnitude of the Shepard. Time units are used, among other things, for triggering additional runs and boss battles in parts unknown, as well as to advance through the ship or prepare for future encounters by utilizing additional options of your safe house. Meanwhile, emergent side quests and discovery events introduce a sense of urgency, with urgency tokens counting down to unique opportunities or looming threats that you need to tackle before time runs out. That sounds good. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually be able to get around to playing the second half of the very final piece of the demo, which kind of stinks, that I started. But urgency, it didn't feel that urgent from where I got to, and maybe that's because I only did the first 5 turns or whatever, and like after that's when it starts to get more challenging. But yeah, urgency didn't feel paramount. So building on that sounds good, because it seems like stress and urgency are like supposed to be a big part of the game, and so far in the demos, I didn't feel that sense of urgency. Again, it's very like early days, and it's trying to educate you on how to play rather than boil your skin with worry. So, okay. As you know, the Shepard's map is a collection of interconnected zones, each with its enemy, ecosystem, and loot deck. As players navigate locations of their story campaign, they encounter increasingly difficult challenges, with the map's structure reflecting both narrative progression and the growing danger within the ship. Of course, there is nothing, besides educated fear, stopping you from venturing into higher-level zones for a chance at more powerful loot and a painful death, or lower-level ones, which, through the loot reforging mechanic, continues to be relevant even as you move to new heights of power. As an aside, I think I've got better lighting on my face, which is nice, because I've got a big window here, and I'm so not used to being able to just look outside, so easily distracted. Just someone walking by. Okay. Cool. Another picture of some destroyed location. If it isn't apparent already, we're very proud of the sprawling zoned map. We also know that, in a board game, backtracking from one side of the ship to the other would become exhausting. Busy work. We don't want that. That's why we have a fast travel system that allows to revisit unlocked locations and optimize your routes during story runs and side quests. It's quite intuitive, too. Each unlocked extraction point becomes an insertion point for future runs, regardless of where you currently are. Yep, that's cool. That's something we knew about already. Narratively, this represents an intra-ship tram system, one connected to your safe house, which you steadily bring back online. Cool. That looks like a monster or a stump, one of the two. Linked campaigns. One last tidbit. We've heard your request for multi-campaign progression, and I'm happy to say that with a slight reshuffling of the zones and introduction of a... Sorry, I'm also expecting someone to come over. Of a mechanic or two, we're on our way to facilitate it. I'm still not sure we'll be able to squeeze it in with our aggressive production timeline, but we're working on it. If it pans out, you'll be able to chain the core game campaigns together. These campaigns will still have to follow a certain pattern. Dark Side of the Sun leads into Black Compromat. This can continue into 3 Laws of Heresy, and it will conclude with Assimilation. Stay sharp, Spacers. The map is only as friendly as your next decision allows it to be. Very, very cool. Well, this guy looks fun. Do we think this is a goat man? That's my guess. Probably some sort of unique specimen, though. Sculpting progress. Our 3D artists are still at it, working non-stop to bring the enormity miniatures to life. The process is far from simple. Each model goes through multiple iterations, a lot of back and forths allow us to nail every detail, no matter how small. We're talking about everything from the tiniest armor engraving to the exact tilt of a character's head. We know how much these miniatures mean to you, and we want every piece to feel special. Whether it's a spacer or a creature straight out of your nightmares, our goal is to create something that feels truly alive on your tabletop. Take a look at the latest batch of miniatures we're working on. We're pretty excited about how they're shaping up, and hope you are too. Cool. Let us see. So here is... I think this is probably that art piece that we just saw. Let's take a good look. Yeah, I think so. So I feel like this has to be a goat man, which would be from that expansion. Yeah, that's a great looking sculpt. Tons of detail in the sculpt, and it'll be interesting seeing this. Wait, is that a Xeno skull? Translated into a miniature. Oh, we can actually kind of see a bit of a face underneath there, which looks humanoid. 1, 2, 3, 4. There actually is, looks like a human hand too. Very curious. Oh, those heads are terrifying. That's nasty. Oh, that is horrific. And those legs too. Oh. Yeah, that is the stuff of nightmares. So I play Kingdom Death. There's a lot of hands in Kingdom Death, but there's something about this that is just, nasty. Pledge Manager on the way. There was actually a quick update last week, which basically mentioned this too. Okay, so as we wrote to you this last update, we know many of you are eagerly awaiting the Pledge Manager, and while it's not quite ready, we're getting closer. We're still in discussions with potential partners to ensure the process is smooth, intuitive, and includes installment payment options. Here. Our goal is to launch in March, but as always, you'll get heads up before it goes live, both here and on our official Discord. Rest assured, this delay won't impact the game's timeline. Marcin, Cash, and the entire team are hard at work building the Shepard. Hold on tight, it's coming soon. So there is the art. I don't remember, and someone feel free to remind me, if this is one of the normal enemies or a unique specimen. I think it's a unique specimen, but I cannot recall. Little bagged out outside. Okay, to wrap up this update, we've got something truly special. An incredibly talented painter, Cassiopeia Kimbrough, agreed, probably butchering that name, but really sweet name, agreed to bring our demo miniatures to life with her amazing painting skills. You may know her from our Discord, where she's very active in the miniature painting threads. Cassie's work is nothing short of breathtaking. She has a unique ability to transform a miniature into a piece of art, capturing every detail and adding a touch of magic. We're beyond happy to share her painted minis with you. Trust us, they look even better than we could have ever imagined. If you want to see more of Cassie's work, and we highly recommend it, you can find her on Instagram and Blue Sky. I follow her on Instagram, and yeah, her work is stunning. If it's who I think it is, and I'm pretty sure it is, she spends like extra time matching the bases to the themes too, and it's really, really good. Okay, I'm excited for this. Take a look at her stunning work below. You won't be disappointed. Okay, let's see. Yeah, those look good. First one I think is almost like a little bit too close. So you can see some kind of imperfections. But that looks great. And I do love what she does with the bases. Like, just that little bit of extra time and attention to detail. And how it's very monochrome, but pops really nicely. Me likey. A little bit of color there. Very nice. Ooh. Once again, very monochrome, but grim and gribbly. Is there another angle? Yes, there is. Oh, it's so creepy. Looks awesome, though. This looks really good, too. Love the base. What do they do for this base? Yeah, that's awesome. Another angle. Very nice. I kind of think the white eyes look a little derpy, but everything else is freaking stunning. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, and then the alternate one here too. Awesome, and that's all for this update. We hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, see you soon. Very cool. Well, it feels great to be back in the saddle here to a degree, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Bye.